Hello everyone, this is Gabrielle with Shekinah Healing, and I am finally releasing my next reading, which is the Higher Self / Innermost Guidance and Blueprint Intuitive Reading. So this reading, we are going to be tapping into your blueprint, your field. I actually have my notes here for each of the groups. I have 4 different groups that I'm going to be tapping into. So we have a section of intuitive messages between 5 to 10 minutes in length. And then we'll go into your card reading, which is portioned with the oracle and tarot representations of your higher self and innermost being. And then we head into a very simple, basic guidance reading where we look at your current energy, what energy you're heading into, your love life, your career, work, purpose, life, finances. And I had so much fun filming this reading, and I'm incredibly excited for you all to tap in. So like usual with my readings, I am going to break it into a page where you can choose based off of the visual energy which one you feel drawn to. If you are drawn to more than one pile, most likely there are messages in both of those groups for you. I did have a few groups that I felt were tied in with each other, so would not be surprised. I would absolutely love and appreciate any comments, letting me know what group you chose, how the reading resonated, and any subscribes, likes, and shares to individuals that you feel like may resonate with this reading. This is an example of one of the personal one-on-one readings that I do. For those of you who know and have experienced my readings and my work before, I do have some more Reiki sound baths and meditations coming out on all streaming platforms soon, and I'm incredibly excited to begin some new projects in regards to shifts and healing energy within the collective. So I love all of you so much, and I am so glad you have tapped in. This one was incredibly exciting. We did have a vote on TikTok for the higher self or the inner child, so I'm thinking we'll do the inner child blueprint and guidance reading next. And I will be releasing a Reiki meditation and clearing soon regarding specifically the root and the solar plexus, as well as the heart space, regarding fear and the state of the world. So I'm incredibly excited to release that. And yes, I hope you all enjoy this reading, and I cannot wait to connect with you again in the future. Group 1, welcome to your intuitive message part of this higher self guidance reading. To start off, I immediately saw the numbers 444, 333, and 111. So those numbers may be important to your journey right now, or they may just be important numbers to you in general. This was very interesting because I kept seeing triangles. Upside down, upright, just a whole bunch of different triangles making different shapes. And this made me think of the sacred triune energy, the mother, father, child, yin, yang, Holy Spirit, and that your higher self very much carries this unique energy and blueprint within itself on a natural level. And for some of you, I am feeling that you may have been born with a specific physical blueprint where it may have been difficult for you to find balance, or for you to see an example of union or balance outside of yourself. And this may actually be a large part of why you may value or begin to value the sacred triune or the layers within. I also saw puzzles for this group, so I'm not quite sure if you are into puzzles or jigsaw puzzle energy, or this could also just be symbolic of seeking answers or seeking the missing pieces to something. You also have 3 very strong auric layers within your field. So you have the one layer, and then you have a layer on top, and then another layer on top. So it's not necessarily 3 different color combinations, and I wasn't able to get at the colors, but I was seeing you are very protected, and you may naturally protect others when they're in your field. This group specifically is meant to travel and is very strongly connected to Gaia's grids. So the entire grid of Gaia, you are meant to travel, either do work traveling or be able to sustain at some point travel somewhere. You may even have a place in your mind where you're like, I want to go there. You are supposed to go there. The chakra points that were very much highlighted for this group were the Earth Star, the solar plexus, the heart, and the crown. So with your Earth Star, this is again the constant communication with Gaia that you are supposed to have and naturally can utilize, that is connected with your higher self and innermost being. Within your solar plexus energy center specifically, this is where the stomach area is, the color yellow. You very much embody and are connected to the sun. And the sun to me is, or in general, is the masculine principle. It is the father energy. So there's a lot of power that this group holds within their solar plexus, and you may actually want to study or even meditate with your solar plexus as the main focus, or even just on the sun, even sitting in the sun, bathing in the sun, staring at the sun, sun gazing, obviously in a healthy way. Your heart space has an incredibly healing presence to it. It is incredibly powerful, and it's like it was showing me like a vacuum, like a transmutation device that sucks in something and breaks it down into something else. So if you're not feeling grounded in your heart space, or you're currently going through some layer of heart pain or heartache, know that your heart and your solar plexus specifically should always kind of take priority for this group in terms of what you're balancing and working on. Because if those 2 areas are struggling, it's going to cause you to really, really struggle. I was being shown your crown, clear cognizance specifically, and a strong connection to your higher self and innermost, as well as your guides. So many of you already know or are able to find easy access to just kind of knowing about your soul. So it's not, I'm receiving visions about this. You could, but it's more so, I just know this about myself. I know this about my higher self. I did want to mention that your solar plexus is coming up as like a compass. And this is a leading force for many of you. You naturally, your higher self naturally has this leading energy, but it's quiet. It's not something that's super loud, or I'm not talking about physically leading. It's just the embodiment of direction and knowing where to go, symbolically, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally. So that's something to think about. There is a very powerful feminine presence. Specifically, I would connect this with an ascended master energy for this group. And I was told that this group would know who it is that I'm talking about, or at least have experienced this energy. Many of you in this group are my indigo children, my star seeds, and you are specifically connected with the 4th ray of harmony and conflict. So I suggest that you look up the 4th ray of harmony and conflict to find out some more information. But that is a ray, one out of the 7 rays, and There's research that says that there's more, but I just stick with the 7 for now, associated with the 7 planets, the 7 chakras, and the list goes on. But what's important for this group is to research the 4th ray of harmony and conflict. And there's some really good websites I might actually link below, because a lot of the rays came out in this reading. So this group, as your higher self, your innermost being, the more that you embody this energy, you're going to realize that you are very connected with the energy of the bridge. You are supposed to be connecting polarities in this current incarnation, and very much connecting higher realms of consciousness or higher levels of consciousness with the current earth grid or earth energy that we are in now. So it's almost like you're pulling down from above and also pulling up from below. And you're bridging this gap between even human consciousness, or you could affect animals specifically, or earth in some way. But either way, you're causing ripples because you're building this bridge that's incredibly necessary. And I feel like it's important to point out that you're not going to be alone on this journey, that you have many people, individuals, energies within your soul and star family that are going to be working with you as well. This group, very interesting, has a very strong connection to portals of energy. So being able to connect with portals. You may have actually had some really weird experiences in front of a mirror. When you're traveling, even when you're going on a walk, things might all of a sudden feel really weird because your soul blueprint, your higher self, has connection to portals of energy. Now, I don't know much more information outside of that, except that it would connect you with different energetic realms or even beings to some extent. You could also just feel clairsentiently that you're connecting with a different layer of energy all of a sudden, even when you're meditating. And because this group is very clear cognizant, you would just naturally be knowing information. So very interesting. This group also has very heavy shamanic vibes, shamanic energy, and I kept seeing the upper and the lower worlds. Again, with the bridge, the sacred triune, yin-yang energy. You are supposed to understand shadow just as much as you understand light. And you are supposed to allow yourself to experience all layers of human existence in this incarnation. Your higher self is this wide array of energies that encapsulates a bunch of different energies in one. And so it would be difficult for you to live a very mundane life. I do see that a lot of you are in hermit energy currently, or are about to undergo hermit energy, where you might begin studying something new spiritually, or diving into something new, could even be meditating more, or even just isolating yourself a bit more than usual. And this is recommended with your higher self, because I'm seeing that there is a growth or connection here that is improving with your higher self. In this incarnation, you are meant to go within and discover all the different layers and aspects of self and existence. So those are your intuitive messages. Just saw 11:11 on the clock for group 1. We are now going to be moving into your higher self guidance reading. Group 1, welcome to your higher self guidance card reading. So for this first segment, we have card information about your higher self and just some further details for you. And then we're going to head into your traditional guidance reading. So for group 1's higher self, you are represented by Starkeeper. Wow. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned something about group 1's crown being of importance or significance, claircognizance specifically, and the heart space being this portal of energy. So a lot of you are incredibly ancient, higher souls, higher vibrational energies. And what's very beautiful is when I spoke of group 1 being this bridge, this is exactly what this is a representation of. And then the auric field that I was speaking of, that's incredibly powerful around group 1. A lot of you are meant to plant a specific vibrational frequency on Gaia's grid, on this current realm that we're in. We also have big picture thinking. This card is specifically associated with Pleiades energy, the constellation, the starseed energy, so you may want to do some research on that, but I do want to point out this doorway being of importance to this group. I also feel as though a lot of your yin, so your divine feminine based energies, crown, third eye, sacral energy, is very much oriented on being divinely inspired, even if you're not aware. So whatever direction you feel inspired to head down, or I want to do this, or I feel drawn to doing that, that is your higher self very much being the guiding force behind your vision forward. So just know that your alignment is very special, group 1. We do also have the courageous peony. This is so your higher self is incredibly, incredibly unique. The peony is multifaceted, and it has so many different petals on it, and it just opens up to display this beautiful, beautiful flower. So a lot of you are incredibly unique, multifaceted, or you just have something about you that is incredibly different. You could also be associated or connected with the butterfly totem and the symbolism of going from caterpillar to chrysalis and then finally blossoming into this butterfly. This card has a message around exposing yourself or being seen for something. So some of you are very creative, or there's some sort of new endeavor that you may have been thinking about or wanting to dive into more. And this is the divine's message of yes, please. Now, many of your higher selves are associated with the Three of Swords. Now, generally, this card is all about heartbreak, grief, loss, separation. What this is telling me is that your higher self is very much connected with the heart space of many individuals. In this life, you may have gone through your fair share of grief, heartbreak, devastation. There's a big connection with birds here as well. But this is the polarity of understanding intense pain to then experience beautiful love, like the ecstasies of life and then also the hells of life. So I do feel like a lot of you have a natural tendency to heal others as well, specifically regarding their heart space. And then we have Gemini energy, the lovers. So a lot of your higher selves, one, want to relay the message that this group has a very specific divine counterpart here. But we have the symbol of the Merkaba. And I feel like that's very symbolic. It's between their head space. Sagittarius arrow as well. We have this energy of duality within you and your higher self. So that this again tells me the sacred triune energy, the father, the mother, and the child, embodying all of these energies fully, 555 on the clock, and utilizing these energies. So I'm also picking up, outside of the duality of energies, you are very much equipped with guiding others and possibly teaching others how to exist, how to make that leap of faith or make certain really big decisions. That's a very specific message for some of you. Now, those are just some specific messages about your higher self, your innermost, And now we are moving into your guidance section. So a lot of you are being asked to surrender to divine timing. This is my... So obviously we know all things within divine timing, but when we're actually in a situation when we're awaiting something or looking for change or a shift, it can be incredibly difficult to be like, yeah, I surrender to divine timing. Even if we say it, there's still a part of us that may at one point or another have a difficult time. And so it says, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Now, we also have 555, surrender your fear of change. The horse totem could be important for some of you. And this is all oriented within the solar plexus and root. So there's a lot of shifts coming in. Possibly things that this group may have to be prepared to let go of or release. And also possibly looking to broaden your horizons a bit. And yes, the thought of this can be like, yes, of course. But when it actually comes to be, it can be quite a lot. We also have surrender stubbornness. So a lot of you are giving me fire, earth energy, but we also have air that I'm feeling a lot for this group placements. So there could be some form of rigidity or possibly being a little stone-headed in regards to either a certain area of your life, someone specific, or just a current situation that you're going through. So the divine is just wanting you to reflect on areas where you may be coming off a little stubborn. But we do have surrender to miracles. So I'm like, okay, group one, what's going on here? Well, I asked. And we have the Four of Swords and the Moon, Pisces energy. So I am going to be releasing this hopefully before the full moon in Virgo. There may be something very important happening around the full moon in Virgo for some of you. Or the new moon in Aries. Yes, new moon in Aries coming up. Some of you may not be feeling super clear or have been actually working through a lot of shadow and possibly illusion, diving into the depths of self and working through a lot. And it's like, oh my goodness, internally. This is giving me the underworld energy, diving in so that you can find the light within the yang or the yin aspect of the yin-yang symbol. With the Four of Swords, this is telling me that there's going to be some sort of rest, break, relaxation, something that is going to give you peace of mind coming in very soon. Now, a lot of you are currently in the energy of the Knight of Wands and Judgment. So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Some of you, this is somebody else, this Knight of Wands, and there's some sort of clarity, epiphany, awakening that has been realized about this Knight of Wands here. And if this is you, this is someone who is incredibly passionate or ambitious, who may be going after something and some sort of endeavor that either has to do with something spiritual or passion-based. Now, with Judgment here, this is the calling, the energy of calling or further awakening for some of you. So let me just ask, because this could be about someone else and there's some sort of realization or shift that's been had, or this could be about you and your journey. So let me just see, what does this Judgment have to do? The Chariot, Cancer energy. So something is being pursued, or this is you, could be many things, you being pursued by someone or going after something with someone, or you just going after something, balancing the scales within and like, I got it. I have this realization and bam, going for it. Now, future energy, we have Temperance and the Six of Swords in reverse, Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So there could be some level of impatience within this group that you're heading into, or imbalance of your energies. and this is due to possibly feeling stuck within a specific mindset or mental energy, not being able to move forward, or maybe certain delays coming up for some of you. But swords is mental energy, so it's almost like there's a shift that needs to happen and it's not, and so it's kind of imbalancing the scales. But I am seeing with the Nine of Swords in reverse, you're going to be releasing a massive amount of possible insomnia or restlessness within your sleep cycle, or anxiety, anxiousness that you could be feeling in the future. So there's kind of like this balanced, you're imbalanced showing, but you're also balanced to some degree. In regards to career, work, life purpose, we have the Eight of Swords. This is current energy, possibly sitting in some sort of illusion or having a hard time. Your brain may be racked, you may be like restless about something, or feeling a bit anxious, trapped in the mind, trapped by your thoughts, overthinking certain things. And this may be in regards to the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. A lot of Wands energy here, passion, spirituality, fire. So this could be in regards to some sort of celebration, victory. We have two celebration cards, very heavy victory, like success, being seen, being appreciated, being recognized, and possibly even movement or some sort of gathering of some sort, stability within the home. But I'm seeing what's interesting is with this Eight of Swords, what's being concerned about is something that is potentially positive for this group. Let me see here. So a lot of you have an intense amount of stuff going on within career, work, life. So I am seeing that there is a lot of positive, or the potential for a lot of positive, but this is clarified by the Ten of Wands here. So you all are completing a cycle around passions, but also around how much you're carrying. So I feel like this Eight of Swords is all about having too much. There might be too much going on, too much within the mental. And there could be, with the Two of Wands in reverse and the Fool, Aquarius energy, some sort of new beginning that has presented itself, or that you are embarking on or thinking about. And you might be overthinking it a little bit at this time. In regards to future energy for career, life purpose, work, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of you are going to be harnessing in on a specific skill, or putting in the work on something that you are passionate about, or that is within divine alignment. This could be new work, this could be current job, a new hobby, a new skill, something that is going to bring you some form of abundance. And this has to do with the Empress, the Five of Wands, and the Princess of Coins in reverse. So this is quite a lot, but with the Five of Wands here, this is giving me the energy of conflicts regarding passion. Fighting, having to fight up the ladder. Like, you are not going to let something pass you by. A lot of you put in a good amount of work. You have a very good work ethic, or whatever it is that you're working on. You know that by doing this, or by diving into something, it's going to come with its own bag of worms, but it's going to be worth it. So there could be just, you know, this Five of Wands is the energy of climbing a ladder and feeling like you have people trying to pull you off, or throwing, you know, things in your way to make you kind of fall. And this doesn't have to be people outside of you. This can just be energies that are like, oh my gosh. With the Empress here, this is telling me that there's either someone involved in this that is incredibly creative or grounded, very connected to Gaia, but I am seeing that this is mainly you that this is talking about and referring to as being incredibly, whatever this is something that helps you tap into your yin energy, or your more divine feminine energy, your creativity, your expression. So there's something very positive here. But with the Princess of Coins in reverse, there could be potential concerns in the future around finances, or finding balance in terms of your material world, working through generational working through generational blocks in regards to your relationship with money or in the pursuit of something. So you may find that you're in this Chariot energy now, and that's really beautiful, but just be on the lookout in the future for potential imbalances or someone in your field that may be imbalanced that could affect your work. In regards to love for this group, current energy, we have the Five of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Cups. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. We have Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, feminine oriented energy. Does not necessarily matter gender orientation, but it does look like you're currently dealing with some sort of feelings of loss, possible despair, or just going through a transition within your love life. With the Hierophant in reverse, this is telling me that whatever is going on is either not conventional, not something that would be seen as normal within society standards, or there was some sort of breakage in commitment, or there's not a commitment with this Queen of Cups here. So some of you are this Queen of Cups feeling quite a bit unbalanced emotionally right now, and others of you are dealing with a Queen of Cups here that is a bit unbalanced. So energy you're heading into is Justice, Libra energy in reverse with the Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands in reverse. So I'm seeing a lot of you most likely are the Page of Wands in reverse here, but this could also be talking about someone else. In regards to love, it seems like a lot of you are going through a beautiful energy in terms of balancing out career and your own personal energy. But when it comes to love, it seems like there's a lot of transition happening. You may feel like the scales aren't balanced out, or there's an unjust situation in your life. And this is causing this Page of Wands here to be kind of in reverse, because it's like, what is going on? For this, I did want to ask what the final outcome was in regards to whatever love situation is happening. Now, some of you are in existing relationships. Others of you are single and seeking something. And we do also have those that are not looking and are just oriented around self-love. So please take these messages as it resonates. For your final outcome in regards to your love life, we have Ace of Coins and the Seven of Cups. So there's some type of choice in regards to the final outcome of your love life. A very beautiful manifestation and investment. This is something that you have desired. And with the Seven of Cups here, this is a choice being made. And let me just see here. Okay, so your group one's love life is very intense right now. So this is kind of a lengthy message here. But in regards to the final outcome, we have the Emperor, the Lovers, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse right now. I mean, not as current energy, but... So Aries, Gemini, and Three of Coins is Earth energy, but Aries really sticks out to me right now. So whatever this Ace of Coins and Seven of Cups, this choice around planting your seed with someone or diving into something or a new opportunity that comes in, is in regards to something that you may have been building on once before, or possibly building a foundation, and with the Lovers in reverse, there was imbalance or some sort of separation. And the building of this foundation or connection or relationship stopped with this Emperor in reverse here. Something caused quite an imbalance, or is going to. Now, this is all because the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, a lot of you are fire signs or dealing with a fire sign. Death, Scorpio energy, is undergoing a transformation. So this is either you or someone else undergoing a massive transformation in regards to your internal being or their internal being and their love life. And the Devil, Capricorn energy, was below death. So a need to end the ego, basically. An ego death. King of Wands going through an ego death. And again, take this as it resonates. This could be you or someone else. Temptation, even someone who's not healthy for you, needing to get out of your life before something positive does. Could mean many different things, but then below that we have the High Priestess Pisces energy. Someone who is incredibly connected with their yin, their abilities, very activated, very spiritual individual. And this could be talking about you or your person in the future. What they represent, what the energy of your union represents. So your love life, group 1, is going through a massive transformation right now. So if I were you, hang in there. Don't take anything as, solid base right now. Looks like there's a lot of changes and possible a bit of negativity right now, but things are going to shift and change. First, the priority is your internal self and your career and finances. So that was your reading, group 1. I love you so much. If you chose another group or felt drawn to another group, the timestamps are below in the description. I love you so much. Group 2, these are your intuitive messages for your higher self, innermost guidance reading, and it's very interesting because these messages kind of blew me away in a sense. And group 2 usually does that. Group 2 and group 3 usually blow me away in a sense of the unexpected energies that flow through. So a lot of you are connected with sacred geometry, the Kabbalah, Tree of Life, esoteric energy. You're meant to dive into some sort of esoteric, occultic study of some sort in this life. It's very much aligned with you discovering your higher self's energy. And I just made a TikTok the other day about a spiral energy. I'm seeing many of you are connected not only with the Fibonacci, the sequence of life of creation, but also the energy of the spiral. And a lot of you have become pros at some layer of the spiritual journey. And you understand on a deep level the cycles of life and how to beat the game. So you have the keys to the matrix, and now you're figuring out the ways to utilize these keys. Your higher self and innermost being is an incredibly high vibrational being. I would even just coin it a beam of light, and we all have different dimensional layers of our higher selves. That's why the innermost being is the flame that is connected to all. And that's why sometimes I will just call on my innermost. But when I say higher self, I'm referring to one specific aspect of your higher self blueprint energy. What wanted to come through for this group was incredibly spectacular and beyond even really my own studies. And all I can connect it with is light, unconditional love, and an oversoul type energy, gatekeeper type energy. Many of you are connected specifically with Syrian Council and the Pleiades as well, a specific cluster within the Pleiades. I am seeing you're very multidimensional, so there are layers to your beings, and a lot of you are very cosmic. You have galactic ancestors, you're living in parallel lifetimes on galactic or cosmic realms of existence in this galaxy and outside of this galaxy. Just looked at the clock and it was 3:22. Many of you have some very unique abilities that stem from your higher self. We have remote viewing. We have you untethering from your body and going to higher realms. This is jinn energy. And when I say jinn, I mean specific, very private abilities that many of you might not share with others, and I would say good idea. There are uses for abilities when we are given something or we have access to something due to our studies, or even us alleviating ourselves of spiritual tests and darkness even. We tend to, as we heighten our consciousness, unlock different layers of being. Many of you are supposed to unlock massive layers of consciousness and break through the fourth wall, basically. And so you may experience some really weird things that you may not be able to find books about or research necessarily. And I do feel like many of you very much have great respect and reverence and understanding of the divine, because I never want to come off like I'm saying you should not be showing your true self or sharing. But there are certain things that are incredibly, incredibly private that are not meant to be shared yet. And I know that it will probably make sense to most of you. And that's really weird because my light just turned off. So I feel like that's a sign. Anyways, whoa. You all are connected with the angelic realms, the higher realms. You have access to very high cosmic layers of existence that you are actually supposed to be going back and forth. Now this part, the actual process of it is going to be unique for each of you. And this is what I see you not really sharing. But the information that you receive, the cosmic wisdom, is something that you are going to be relaying. And I just saw a flash of light. So another confirmation. There's heavy Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo placements that are really important to this group. So Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, look at where those are in your birth chart, in the houses, wherever, 12th, 9th, and 6th house placements as well. Look for those because I'm seeing that that's really important to your journey. A lot of you are my artists, my musicians, my speakers, podcasts, creatives. There's something here that is incredibly unique about you. And the divine is like, please showcase that, or you're supposed to be showcasing something. This group specifically always, and I'm seeing since childhood, has been able to be very connected with their higher self, or at least a layer of their higher self. So they remain in an energy of being able to hold perspective or keep perspective even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of their own shadow. So even when you felt the depths of depression or pain or darkness, there's always been that small, tiny voice within this group that is telling them, or at least showing them, that things are going to look different or what's going to be. There's like a level of groundedness, but it hasn't changed what you've gone through or experienced or felt. You all are incredibly healing for many people. Many people look at you as a healing presence. You may have dealt with codependency with others, looking to you for guidance, or sucking on your energetic field because you are exuding so much. And I am seeing that this has shifted. So I do feel like your auric field is more closed than it used to be, in a very positive way. I'm also seeing here food is very important to this group. So cooking your specific diet, like fruits and vegetables, eating high vibrational foods, is really important for this group, because this is connected with your throat, heart, and solar plexus. I'm seeing specifically. Your solar plexus is incredibly powerful, and it's very connected to higher realms. So it's not used to this density. So foods can really affect this group specifically. And the divine may be actually wanting you to cook, or your higher self even. There's something with colors and food that is really important with this group. A lot of you have dragons connected specifically to your solar plexus. So you have a home of dragons, or even being able to slip into meditation. This could be one of the higher realms you're connected to. Slip into meditation through your solar plexus or your heart and connect with dragon consciousness, dragon realms, Neptunian energy. Whatever it is, if you do have a dragon guide or you feel drawn to dragon consciousness, I would highly suggest you reach out to me personally on Instagram, or shoot me a message, leave a comment. I will be either putting links underneath this video for you to connect, or I will respond to your comment with resources. That would be at least what I would recommend in terms of starting. I am releasing a dragon meditation sound bath along with other sound baths. It's my first EP/album I'm releasing on major streaming platforms. They are all Reiki infused sound baths. So I'm really excited. A lot of you have lived this lifetime and felt extremely misunderstood. You all are supposed to touch the true Buddhaic mind, being, energy, and Christ consciousness specifically. You are supposed to be an example of this. So we have many people that are supposed to spread this energy. There are some people who are tasked with embodying fully this energy. And when you decide to do that, if you haven't already committed to it, you are deciding to transcend all layers of the ego. So, and maybe not to a full extent, but I am seeing a very heavy transcendental energy regarding your ego. 1111 on the clock. Many of you, this is a very unique message connected with your higher self, specifically your soul star and crown. Many of you have a tendency or just a natural ability that you're actually not very aware of, that you slip into layers or reflections of your higher self, which, like I said at the beginning, your higher self is like an oversoul that you're connected to. It's like mass consciousness. So there are many different faces that you may feel like you have, and many different energies that it's like one day I'm like this, or I'm different when I talk to each person. Every person receives a different me. And that's because you specifically represent a reflection, a mirror to the masses. And I think this is fascinating for this group. So those are your higher self guidance energy messages for group 2. We are now going to move on to your guidance reading. Group 2, welcome to your higher self guidance portion, card reading. Now, this is very interesting. So already off the bat, I feel like there's a lot of energy, or possibly a lot of things that this group has had to go through or endure in their love life or relationships in general. This could be past, present. I'm not really seeing future. I feel like you've gone through a period of massive release in many areas of things that no longer serve you, and many of you are master builders. This is giving me like the Lego movie vibe. So if some of you know what the master builders are in the Lego movie, that's you. And if you don't, I recommend you check it out. 111 on the clock. So we're going to start off with what your higher self represents in my oracle card form. And then we're going to move into the general guidance covering the multiple aspects of your life. So your higher self represents cracked open. And this to me is not only pure alchemy, the ability to turn one substance or one energy into another. But a lot of you not only have had to endure possibly traumatic situations in this incarnation and possibly previous, but you have had to develop your own form of how you've discovered alchemy in your own life. And a lot of this is in regards to forcing you into your true form here. So a lot of you have understood the process of taking what has been done to you or the traumas that you've gone through, the wounding, and allowing that to bring you into higher layers of yourself. And so your higher self represents the alchemist, could be also very connected with Saint Germain, Merlin, Archangel Uriel energy, transmutation, the violet flame for some of you, or the violet ray. You all are very much on a higher level. And when I say higher self, I'm talking about a facet or a level of your being. So we have many layers of our higher self. One layer of your higher self is incredibly divine and of no physical body, basically. Now, we also have empathic starseed. So a lot of you are my empaths, but you are also my starseeds. So a facet of your higher self, or a version of your higher self that is very galactic and cosmic, wanted to come through and either confirm for you that you very much have lived and possibly do live parallel lives on higher realms of existence, but that at a core level, you are from the cosmos. And I do feel like this color scheme and energy possibly resonates with some of you out there, but there is this energy with you having a unique mirror reflection to those outside of you. And this is interesting. Wow, okay. I'm looking at the notes. Yes. Higher self can slip into different altered states of being, or your higher self to reflect what's necessary to those outside of you. Capricorn energy or Saturn energy. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing with this card here. You are very much a mirror and a reflection. So some of you very much trigger people, and others of you allow a beautiful reflection of light. 444 on the clock. So a lot of you may need to be a bit careful in terms of what you intake, what you absorb, and who you are around, how you are protecting your field, because you are highly sensitive and you absorb a lot. And it's necessary for you to be protecting your field, because I'm seeing here that because many of you are very high vibrational, you are much more sensitive to lower density energies. Now, we have forge, don't follow. So your higher self embodies the energy of creation and doing. And what I'm really seeing here is this beautiful combination of feminine and masculine energies. So, and I feel like a lot of you are embodying that right now, or are really about to, but we have this energy of you receiving divine vision of, I need to do this, or this is what I'm seeing for my life, where I'd like to be, where the divine is leading me, and then being able to take that and build upon that. So a lot of you are way showers, you are path builders, and you are meant to go outside of the box in creating a new path that is just for you, but that is going to be creating an energy of something inspiring and new for those around you, maybe the generations to come, and also, you know, breaking out of family patterns or just shifting something around. And regardless of what age you are, where you're at on your journey, it really doesn't matter, because the path you are paving specifically and developing is very aligned with your higher self, and that's all around newness. So a lot of your higher selves are very connected with and destined to create something brand new for this earth paradigm that we're in. Now, you also, this is very interesting to me, and I feel like the visual is what matters. But again, air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy or placements may be important to this group in some way, because I'm seeing we have a lot of air sign placements. Most of you, this is talking about a specific placement of yours. Does not have to be sun, moon, or rising. It could just be the energy of the mental body as well, being incredibly strong. But we have the King of Swords here. That represents your higher self. So as you can see, this masculine energy is on top of a mountain. Mountains are very symbolic of spiritual attainment and discovery and enlightenment. So that tells me that, you know, when I pull these cards, I'm asking the divine how they are seeing your higher self or what your higher self represents. This is one of attainment, being connected to bird species or messengers of flight. We have the owl here, the crow, a dragonfly, I think a bat in the background. And this energy is incredibly powerful. So a lot of you could be lone wolves or have been lone wolves. You're okay with being alone. And I do feel like this is shifting or has been shifting for many of you, because you're supposed to be leading people. You are supposed to be opening up and leading people. And with the Fool here, this represents you. This is the baby of the tarot, the first card out of the 22 major arcana. This is also interesting because this represents the breath or the light of creation, the beginning, the absolute beginning of existence. So a lot of you are very, very ancient, very old, but you also represent this very, very fresh, young energy of creation, 9/11 on the clock. And we see the pattern of the flower of life here, also a strong connection to crystals and the energy of surrender. So a lot of you are very, very, very good at surrendering, or have maybe always had a pretty strong connection with the divine in terms of faith. But I am also seeing there's a lot of Aquarius energy, and it's less about placements and more about the energy we're heading into, which is innovation, freshness, newness. And I feel like with this Fool card here, this is what a lot of you or your higher selves represent as well. Now, moving on to the guidance section of your reading, we have surrender to your soul's path, 1010. I'm so sorry if me shouting out the numbers is like, but I keep seeing numerical patterns and frequencies for this group. So just bear with me, because this is very interesting. But we have surrender to your soul's path. Incredibly beautiful. This card says your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. I'm not feeling like you're not embracing your soul's path right now. I just feel like for some of you, there's a lot of shifts happening, and it may be hard to fully surrender to everything because you may feel like there's a lot going on, and that's just for some of you. But we also have surrender to passion, sacral chakra energy. This is creation energy, emotion energy. A lot of you are working through your emotional bodies, and you may need to channel your emotions through movement, art, music, creation, creativity. So this is incredibly, incredibly beautiful, because I feel like this group has something within them to release. You have a very creative ability. I think that came out in the intuitive messages. And this could even just be cooking, this could be speaking, but there's something that needs to be shared with the world. And so please do something with expressing yourself if you have not already started. And then we have surrender to trust. So a lot of you have been working on a great scale with inner child healing, with your process of going within to embody a new layer of trust within self, because what I did pick up was a lot of you have gone through a lot of turmoil, possibly within your relationship sector, parental energy from childhood, traumas possibly. And what I was seeing is there could have been a specific situation or even many situations in your past where you might have subconsciously lost trust in yourself. And when we lack any sort of trust in ourselves, we're lacking trust in the divine on a certain layer. So a lot of you are working to restore that energy as you are healing and have healed your inner child. And I feel like that's the root of any sort of trust issues that you may have. Now, we do have surrender comparisons with other people. I love this card. I love the art on the card. This card is very interesting to me because it'll come out a lot of times for individuals who are creatives, who are somehow looking to put themselves out there, or at least already are out there, maybe in a competitive field, but it's usually about individuals who are incredibly unique and who may want to reflect on the natural process that we have as humans to compare energies, or to look at, we can always look at people outside of us and find encouragement, inspiration, and even, okay, like this may be something that I should dive into, or that may be good, or I'm not there yet, but I'd like to be. Now that can be very healthy. But when it gets to the point where there's layers or levels of it kind of affecting, if we decide to put something out, even if it's on a subconscious level and we don't realize that we're kind of subconsciously stopping ourselves. I feel like this group has done a lot of healing and deals with a lot of subconscious things. So at this point, so it's interesting because it's like you've healed a lot and now you're working through the subconscious stream of consciousness level of things. Now we have surrender unhealthy relationships. For some of you, I feel like this is your past, and for others of you, I feel like this is your current energy. I feel like a lot of you have been working through transitions within the people that you have had in your life, family, friends, platonic, romantic relationships, and just analyzing who deserves to be in your life and who no longer has a place. And I did ask about what this has to do with. What was this specifically addressing? And there could be Taurus energy involved. I'm seeing we have the Hierophant in reverse. So I do see that either some of you, there's multiple different groups because this is a collective. Some of you have not been listening to divine guidance around a specific individual in your life or situation. And others of you may not have received the commitment that you desired or deserved from an individual. And this may have led to some sort of burnout with the Ace of Wands and Two of Wands in reverse. Some sort of burnout and really a lot of overthinking in a situation. Maybe there was a specific situation or multiple situations in your life where you've had people that might have used you, or at least just did not have the best of intentions for you. And you may have been okay with doing something unconventionally for a period of time, or just something outside of the box, accepting, non-commitment. This is very specific, but the divine was like, no, No. So take this past, present, future. I do feel like this is either past or present. But whatever it is, it was not genuine in nature, I don't feel. And we have the Magician here. So this is interesting because this message is going to come back up in a minute. But a lot of you have manifested, this is like a sign. A lot of you have manifested success in relationships. And it's either already come in for you or it's about to come in for you. Whatever these situations are, or if it was one situation that you feel like this is talking about, or many different people, you have passed tests from the divine, or at least closed out many cycles, and you are calling in what it is that you deserve, so change. But with the surrender unhealthy relationships coming out, it's obviously a reminder for some of you that there's still something energetically maybe that needs to be let go of, or, you know, on all levels. Now, we do have, for guidance, Child of the Cosmos. So a lot of you are needing to prepare for an influx of 1818 on the clock, or 99. A completion. 9-9, and a discovery or a deeper understanding of yourself and how the kingdom of God or the Creator is within you. And if you follow me, or you've been on my page, or, you know, seen my lives, many of you have probably witnessed me saying the kingdom of God, the Creator of the universe, is within you many times. And this is all because as above, so below, the tree of life, the Kabbalah, the universe lies within us. And that's why it's so important for us to understand this. So I do feel like on a grander scale, a lot of you are going to be having realizations, a heart expansion especially, in regards to how much you carry the divine within you. And this isn't on an ego tip. This is very much, I am the cosmos, I am love. Many of you could be doing affirmations or working on something creative that represents this. If not, this is possibly a recommendation to do so. But there's a lot of expansion energy coming in for you. Now we also have Inner Earth. And this tells me that some of you could be connected with Inner Earth energy, the realm of Agartha. And you may want to look this up. A lot of this energy is directly, or said to be directly, connected with the fall of higher civilizations of energy, specifically Mu, or I want to say Atlantis, but I know for sure Mu or Lemuria. So you may want to look into this energy. Higher vibrational or higher dimensional beings or consciousness is said to be very connected with Inner Earth, or the heart of Gaia. Now, this card often comes out when you are going through a massive transition or a change, or there's a lot just going on. And the divine is wanting to let this group know specifically that there are solutions coming in for you. This is temporary. Everything it's going to work itself out. Now, for group 2's general guidance, your current energy is the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. So a lot of you could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, or important fire placements. But outside of that, I'm seeing someone who is very passionate, who's pursuing something, going after something, possibly may speak. You could be doing something creative, diving into something new creatively. But I'm seeing here with the Eight of Swords, a lot of you are in your mind about something. A lot of you are dealing with mental body stimuli, possibly too much chatter in the mind, insomnia even for some of you, or periods of restlessness, and feeling possibly trapped a little bit. But then I'm looking and we have the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands here. So a lot of you are dealing with success, recognition, appreciation, being seen, possibly shifts in your social status even. if you're on social media, you know, a rise in that energy, or followers, people seeing you, people appreciating you. And then we have Four of Wands. So some of you could be considering moving, or just have recently moved or traveled. But this is also a card that represents union. So 2222. Very interesting. So a lot of you, it's like, I see very positive energy surrounding you currently. Celebrations, even positivity. It's like success. But something here is plaguing your mind. So let me see what this is actually talking about here. Some of you, this Eight of Swords, and I'm glad I asked, is talking about someone. The Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups here. So for some of you, this is talking about a partnership, a relationship. Could be romantic, most likely is for a lot of you, with someone who is incredibly romantic or charismatic, kind, loving, generous. Could have some important water placements in their chart. And this could also be you, the Knight of Cups as well. But there's something here around partnerships, relationships that could be causing you a little bit of a hang up here. So it looks like you're dealing with a lot of success right now. And, you know, movement forward, possibly considering moving or already have moved. But then part of you is like, So very interesting, because I know I said something about relationships playing an important part right now in this collective's life. So now we're moving to your love messages. So currently we have Justice and the Hierophant in reverse. So Libra and Taurus energy here. So again, we had the Hierophant come out earlier. Many of you are working through the effects of some sort of situation in your life, relationship, that did not lead or come into fruition fully, or was unconventional, potentially didn't lead to commitment. And whatever this was, though, in your love life was incredibly, possibly imbalanced or even karmic to some degree. And you're heading out of that energy. But a lot of you are not fully out yet, with the World in reverse here. So a lot of you are right at the tail end of working through something that you may have gone through, a disappointment in your love life, something that didn't work out, and you're right at the tail end. This is actually making me quite emotional. And wow. With the Magician here, this came out earlier in your message. This is around manifesting. This is around either a magician coming in or you manifesting change. And for some of you, the change is already here, but there's a need to release whatever this Hierophant, Justice, World in reverse energy is. Now, future energy. I just got the chills. We have the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. So either there's a very important Virgo placement, or you are, you have very important Virgo placements. Wherever you have Virgo in your chart, or the 9th house even, you may want to check out that in your chart or in someone else's chart. But there is some sort of blossoming new beginning or heart expansion, heart opening with an individual, the Hermit. I am really feeling like whoever this is spiritual in nature, possibly. They may have gone through a period where they went within, discovering self. You may already know this person, and things are just kind of blossoming. But let me just see, what is the advice here for this group 2. Y'all, we have the Sun. So a lot of you, this is emotional fulfillment. This is happiness, inner child freedom. This is a yes. Whatever is coming in for you soon. Future energy could be tomorrow. It could be today in an hour. It could be, you know, a year. It doesn't matter. I think it's much sooner than a year. I think you already know this person for many of you. But if not, you have someone coming in who is very spiritual. You're supposed to, this is divine counterpart with the sun here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And why, I have my 2 tarot decks. Why did I choose this deck? That is very connected with the esoteric, ancient Egyptian, Kabbalah, Hebrew keys. So it is giving me very high spiritual energy here. That you are supposed to do something quite spiritual together with someone. Whatever this is going to be really successful for you all. So, okay, now, in regards to life purpose, career, finances, I see a lot of you in the current energy of the 4 of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords. So a lot of you are possibly diving into a new layer of study. I'm seeing here possibly something with reading or communication even, but whatever this is in terms of career, life purpose, this gives me the energy of doesn't have to be a new field, but some sort of new method, study of something, a new doorway being opened. Maybe you feel new at something, but this does look, fairly positive. Page of Swords moves fast as well. With the 4 of Swords in reverse, there's some layer of possible restlessness or anxiety. Natural energy, but a need to rest and maybe not being able to do so. So on the brink of burnout, possibly. Now, future energy. I am seeing here the Ace of Swords and the 4 of Swords. So some sort of epiphany is coming in. Realization is coming in with the Ace of Swords. Possibly a new beginning or an idea to better work through certain energies or balance things, or even a new opportunity. And I do see here with the 4 of Swords that a lot of you are going to be getting rest. You're going to be recuperating. And then it's very important for some of you right now to look out for future energies, because we have the Knight of Coins and the 2 of Coins or Pentacles in reverse. Beware of your priorities. And a lot of you are my master builders. So you may have a tendency, especially right now, a lot of things are activating to go, 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 go. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And the divine is like, hold on, hold on, hold on. Slow down, because you're going to cause yourself to get a little bit imbalanced and in over your head. So with the Knight of Coins or Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles moves patiently, very slowly and grounded. It makes very wise decisions about investments and how to relay certain information. Very grounded, holds the keys of abundance, success. So you're going to have no issue when it comes to finding opportunities, when it comes to creating new things for yourself. And with the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, I just feel incredibly protective of this group. Please watch out for potential burnout in the future. So that is your basic general guidance reading. I love all of you so much, and I am so incredibly excited to continue putting out videos and resources for the collective as we continue on. Group 3, you are so much fun for me. You are so much fun for me. I swear, if you're someone who has watched my readings before, Group 3 usually always has some of the most wild messages. And so when I was tapping into your higher self, the simple message, I saw 555, 444, and 1111, or 541. So those numbers may be important to your soul blueprint or just important to your journey coming up, past, present, future, however it resonates. You all are very associated with the word Stargate. It makes me think of portals of energy, gatekeepers, higher beings of existence that exist to observe consciousness and just be, but are also associated with stargates. Now, I don't know much about the cosmic energies in general, and like what, I'm not gonna pose to be someone who knows, you know, all of the keys, the answers, the extraterrestrial energies, but I do know that there is existence outside of us, heavily. There are many different realms. There are portals. Our heart is a portal. And so many of you are directly connected to a specific Stargate. So take that as it resonates. You also are my rainbow and crystal children. So you may want to do research on those terms. If that does not resonate, and if it does, you most likely are, in my heart is feeling like massive kind of stabbing pains, opening. You all are very healing. A lot of you are supposed to have or already have very special children. Rainbow crystal children, starseed children that are going to be shifting the masses. So that already, I was like, chill out, group 3. You're coming at me reckless. Now, the color blue is really important for this group. The blue ray, the first ray, which I am going to be putting a link below the video in the description of the different rays that are associated with the chakras, the archangels, the planets, the colors of the rainbow. Your specific blueprint is connected with the first ray, the blue ray specifically, associated with Archangel Michael, and the throat. There's something very powerful about your throat. I was also seeing dancing and movement for this group being something that is very important and connected with your higher self, as when you do move, when you dance, or you do yoga, you are very much replicating the energy of the cosmos and creation. So another very interesting message for many of my group 3s. Many of you also have the power to shield and protect, and it was like I was shown Captain America's shield, which is funny. Captain America's shield, it's just your auric field. You are very protected. So yes, use incense, sage, cleanse your space, but really you could utilize your auric field at some point in the future as just a protective space. And you might find that animals, children, energies of pure vibration are very much drawn to you, that they feel safe with you, they may share with you. But then those that are vibrating at a lower rate or frequency may actually kind of be like, not a fan of your energy, and may not vibe too well with you. This group is specifically tasked with planting the yin, or the divine feminine mother energy, back on Gaia in a balanced way. Also, you may want to look at studying crystal grid work or grid work in general, making grids, sacred geometry, utilizing crystals in some way. You are also very connected with the Ascended Masters, and these specific Ascended Masters, there's more than one. I'm picking up 3 or 4 that are very much in your energetic field quite consistently, or when you call upon them. And a lot of these Ascended Masters are connected with alchemy or transmutation, so it's giving me Melchizedek, Saint Germain energy, as well as Yahusha or Christ. We also have Kuan Yin as well, I'm picking up for this group. And now my throat is tingling because there's way more for this group. Merlin. There's a bunch of different Ascended Masters that you have the ability to call upon and work with. specifically. Now, many of you are a combination. Your higher self represents a combination of the East and the West, the rose and the lotus, or the lotus East, rose West. And many of you could be mixed or be in a specific relationship or have a relationship, or you're supposed to, with a divine counterpart where you are both from different races or ethnicities, backgrounds, religious beliefs, spiritual understandings. But I'm just seeing this representation of different energies. A lot of you have been dragons before, you have worked with the dragon realms before. There are different layers of the dragon realms, different types of dragons. So take this as it resonates. But a lot of you are directly connected with multiple dragons. You have multiple dragons that you have access to utilize as a part of your awakening, as well as to help you with your healing process and with others healing processes. I think that was correct. I don't know. Either way, I love the fact that this group is specifically connected with dragons, because I'm seeing that a lot of you are healers. You use some sort of method of healing. This could be light language, energy work, Reiki, heart healing, reading, oracle, priestess, Kundalini yoga. But there's something here where you do healing and your dragons are with you. This could even be as simple as working in a call center and talking to people on the phone and you healing them and not even really realizing that you're doing that. A lot of you are also, this is the first time this has come out, the elven kingdoms, the elven realms, very connected. This is giving me like Lord of the Rings vibes. So you may actually have ancestors that go way back and are connected to these fields of energy. But if not, you've had past incarnations. This is like Avalon energy, so you may want to do some research, check that out. Your higher self that I'm specifically tapping into for this group has no physical form, so I'm not seeing a body, I'm seeing multiple different beings. But the mass higher self that many of you are supposed to be connected with, or that you already are connected with, has no physical form. You have already activated very high layers of consciousness within yourself, and this is naturally heightening the vibrations around you quite consistently. So you might find that you've been more sensitive than usual, or your awakening process has gotten that much more intense. Trust me, group 3, it's just going to get more and more intense, but a lot more fulfilling as well. Now, I am seeing that silence is very important, either right now for this group or just in pockets or periods of time. You may find that you just do not enjoy speaking as much as usual. And this could have been on and off since childhood, or it could just be a season that you're in right now, but your throat takes in massive influxes of energy and it has to integrate. So this may be why you could be currently experiencing this, or go through stages where you kind of want to fast from speaking. I'm also seeing a lot of you are very connected with sea creatures and sea consciousness, ocean consciousness, very much connected to the portals of energy within the deep layers of the ocean that are undiscovered. And so there's a lot there that we are not aware of. But as above, so below. So a lot of you, I'm just, I put my hands up. Go explore safely, but you have a lot to discover. It's like, okay, write a list. Gotta check out the dragon realms for me. Check out the elven realms. Check out the ocean portals. Hey, head to the Stargate as well. That's where my mind is with you all right now. And you probably already have to some degree, or you go through periods where you don't remember your dreams and you still wake up tired, and that's because your solar body in some way is activated, but it's not fully activated. So you have your astral or your lunar body. A lot of you need to activate that further, or you already have, but completely awaken your astral body and then really work on awakening your solar body. And that is through a natural process, usually associated with Kundalini energy, Kundalini awakening, and really purifying self and setting that intention to do so. The solar body is connected with the higher realms, and that's what this group is very connected with. You're going to awaken this energy, and it's going to happen at the exact right time, but just felt the need to say that. Many of you also have the ability to tap into the Akashic field, the Akashic records, and you were very much a part of ancient lands and civilizations. Your higher self, your oversoul, was a part of the development of the pyramids across all of Gaia, was a part of the high technological energy of the ancients, where they received a lot of very high information. So some people would say that was divine beings coming down, alien races, Syrians, Palladians. There's a whole bunch of different information that you can find about these things, but regardless, your oversoul was a big part of one of the layers of inspiration of the development in terms of ancient civilizations. So group 3, those were your messages, and now we are going to move on to your higher self guidance reading. Group 3, welcome to your higher self guidance card portion of this reading. So this group may have some connections with group 2 in some way. You may want to check out some of those messages. For some of you, I feel like group 2 represents your counterpart, and for others of you, I feel like you are connected with group 2 in some way. Usually wouldn't say that, but I feel not only some similarities, but there's some connection points here, especially in regards to love. So we have quite a few messages here today for group 3, and I'm going to try to get through these in a very balanced way. Now, group 3, your higher self. We're going to jump into the card level reading of what your higher self represents, and then we'll jump into your guidance messages. You all are represented by the portal card, your higher self. So I feel like this is confirmation for some of you that you are connected with portals of energy. Your higher self could be a gatekeeper, oversoul, or part of this mass consciousness gatekeeping energy, protector of something or a portal, but you may have access to higher portals of energy. I also feel like your higher self is able to, 1:44 on the clock, is able to very quickly connect with opportunity and create opportunity and find. There's never a loss. It's like if a door closes, your higher self's like, okay, here's this door over here, here's this door. And so opportunity never leaves. And obviously on a human scale, we can always, sometimes find anxiousness and lost opportunity or shifts, but your higher self is very much like, you have nothing to worry about. You're good. It's never ending. We can find all the secret doors within the matrix and find our way through. This group gives me a lot of like mental, like head energy of like just holding this huge collection of divine energies within you. We also have I remember. So a lot of you, again, this is so interesting. A lot of these are confirmation cards for some of you. You are meant to be connected with the Akashic field, with your higher layers of your body above the astral and etheric, causal. You're supposed to connect with the celestial causal bodies within this physical vessel. So that means a lot of transcending ego and consciousness, or actually becoming conscious. So your higher self not only has a very destined life, just like most individuals, but you have a very destined and aligned life. You are also able to connect and see into that for people around you. You're able to see the soul blueprint, the soul plan. Now, we have Pleiades, the 7 star sisters here. So a lot of you have a higher self, because what I'm tapping into is your higher self. We have many different higher selves. So in the realm of your higher selves, you most likely have a parallel existence or a higher self that has lived within the realm of Pleiades, the constellation, and your ability to work with the energy of creation is incredible. Expression, creativity, and building. So some people are very associated with the energy of death or transformation. This group here is your higher self is very much connected to the energy of creation, which gives me divine mother or yin energy. Now, on a tarot level, I'm shooketh. So many of you are represented as the Knight of Cups to the divine. 444 on the clock. So with the Knight of Cups here, we have someone who is very poetically gifted, possibly vocabulary is very beautiful. You're very in touch with the emotional body, and I do feel like a lot of you have this very beautiful Venus energy to you. So your higher self is very much in this incarnation oriented around Venus or beauty. And this isn't talking about standards, but this is like the understanding of romance and charisma, being incredibly charismatic. For many of you, the Knight of Cups is very interesting because he's sitting there with a love letter and some roses and a beautiful white horse. Behold a pale horse. Some of you may know about that or want to look that up. But you come bearing a message. And a lot of you, it involves expression of beauty in some way or creativity. This is all oriented around your higher self. Now, a lot of you are also represented as Taurus or the Hierophant. Oh my gosh, Taurus is Venus, beauty. So yeah, there's a lot of confirmation here. But a lot of you have reached a very high level in ancient lifetimes, or even just in general. And you're supposed to be a teacher or a guide of some sort. And not only that, but be very connected with the divine in this life. So your higher self is a guide, I feel, for others at this time. You are most likely a spirit guide or a guardian for others, which is very interesting. And I say this because time doesn't really exist. So while maybe on this level of existence or plane of existence, you haven't yet reached that level of spiritual enlightenment or masterhood, you technically are outside of here. There's a limitless level where time does not exist. So all things that are already are. So a lot of you are already guides, spirit. So you're embodying this energy in this life and perfecting a lot of things as well. We also have you representing the world. Are you serious right now? So you not only are blessing to the world, to this earth plane, but the divine sees you as the world, which is the collection of all things in one, and completion. So a lot of you are going to be completing something major in this life in regards to your spiritual journey. And I want you to pay attention to the rainbow dress and the Ouroboros of the snake biting its tail. So a lot of you are completing massive things within this life, and your higher self is going to be reaching a level of completion. It's like you're going to be reaching your highest of selves, which has no physical form. Geometry, sacred geometry, and the flower of life could also be important for this group as well. Now, in regards to your guidance messages, we have surrender your attachment to results. This is a very interesting card, and it oftentimes comes out to represent or bring attention to those who may have expectations of how something should go. This could be in your love life, this could be work, finances, moving, whatever this is that's talking about. The divine is like, yes, it's important for us to have things in our mind of how we would like it to go. But, and some of you, you're creatives, you put things out there. If you have a certain expectation, many of you already know you're kind of writing the story already. And so by releasing any sort of expectation or attachment to result, you're allowing in for even possibly more than what you could imagine to come in for you. So, and also preventing yourself from feeling negatively affected if you don't have you don't reach the expectation that you set, or somebody doesn't come through for you like you would have liked for it to happen. So we also have surrender fear. This is giving me root and solar plexus energy. A lot of you are transcending a lot of things right now, and with the world also going through a lot, it's important for us who are more sensitive individuals to find a divine balance within having faith, but also allowing ourselves to feel. So let me just ask real quick, what is this surrender fear? Okay, this could have to deal with potential emotional loss with the 5 of Cups in reverse. So fear of losing something, or fear of something coming back around again, or happening again, because I do feel like you've overcome a lot of emotional loss. We do also have surrender the drama. So a lot of times this card has to deal with drama happening external to you and not really involving you, but some of you could be going through some level of drama right now. Or in the future, let me just see what is this talking about? Surrender the drama. Okay, this could have to deal with a Scorpio, or you are the Scorpio, undergoing some sort of ending or transformation. Death, rebirth with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So this could have to deal with something that you are wanting to build or had been building in terms of a foundation, or working with someone and it wasn't working out. Your collaboration life in general is transforming. And I'm seeing here, this is around give and take. So balance, give and take, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Upright. What is going on? So maybe some of you didn't have balanced give and take or reciprocity with an individual. And there's maybe possibly an ending that needs to happen, or some sort of fear around working with others or collaborating with others that needs to be let go of. Because I'm seeing here, you're going to receive equal reciprocity. So this could be in regards to a relationship. This could also be in regards to something with career or work as well. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Now, this is where the messages get kind of intense. So we have baby steps here as guidance for you. So a lot of you are being guided, and this is that portal energy, that portal door again. So doors are very important for this group. But a lot of you have your ancestors behind you and past selves that you're guiding at this time, and you're healing as you begin to walk through new doors. But the divine wants to remind you that while you are a visionary and you can see the big picture in a lot of things, there's a lot of value in the small movements that you make each day to get to that bigger picture and to keep that in perspective. Now, we do have karmic relationships, Orion energy that came out. So many of you have dealt with your fair share of karmic relationships. This could be family, friends, platonic. This could be romantic. But I am getting here that a lot of you have recently worked through a lot of soul lessons being reflected to you via individuals outside of you. So I asked, what is this card trying to convey? This seems like a very positive message. So we have the Three of Wands, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and Justice. So a lot of you are preparing to or already have received justice in a karmic sense in regards to your relationships or things that you have worked through. There are also sirens going off, and sirens are associated with Archangel Michael. And yep, a lot of you are associated with Archangel Michael, the throat. So very interesting. But a lot of you are going through a massive unburdening at this time, a releasing. And you are also pursuing something that is incredibly passionate to you. You are receiving your ships. Your ships are coming in. On the Ocean by K. John, that song, you should listen to it. But I love this so much because I feel like you've gone through so much. And so we have the King of Cups and the Emperor, Aries and water sign energy placements here. There's a lot of external noise with this group. So you may have a lot of noise going on around you, or may feel like there's just a lot of distraction possibly. But anyway, so you're receiving justice in, it seems like, the relationship sector in your life, either now or in the future. But there's something here around grounded building. This could be you, and this could be someone else. The King of Cups, and being someone else who is in touch with their emotions, but incredibly grounded, very spiritual in nature, and also possible water sign energy, very much Cancer, Divine Father energy. And gender really does not matter, but they embody, I guess, like a more masculine presence at this current time in energy. Regardless, both of these could be you, the Emperor and the King of Cups. We also have Libra energy here. But I am seeing here, some of you are not expecting or recently have experienced your ships coming in regards to the relationship sector in your life, that you have cleansed house. And the divine is like, okay, time to up level. So if you're in an existing relationship, expect that to deepen. Or if you've recently had to release something, expect things to come in regards to your relationships, or even just things that you are wanting to build. Now, we do have surrender the idea you can fix someone. This is an incredibly powerful message. And we all have the tendency, especially as most of you are healers, to want to assist in people and individuals' processes. And so it's incredibly important, this is clarified by the Ace of Cups here in reverse, for you to be pouring self-love all over yourself. Allow your cup to overfloweth and just continue to pour that on yourself. And allow whatever is outside of you to work itself out in regards to the people around you. Now, your current energy, group 3, is the Eight of Pentacles. So a lot of you are working hard. You're working hard on a skill, developing something. You are placing in balanced work and effort. And this is clarified by the Two of Pentacles and the Empress here. So you could be working with an Empress, you could be working towards an Empress, or this is you in regards to a creative project or endeavor of yours. This quality of the Divine Mother who births and creates, which brings me back to the 7-star sister card of that Pleiades creation energy that a lot of you carry. So there's something that you may be creating or working towards creating, and you are working through finding a divine balance in certain areas within your life. So I'm like, that's absolutely beautiful. Now, future energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So something may in some way, shape, or form, I do feel like this Knight of Pentacles is you. And this is earth sign energy. This is someone who moves very patiently, steady, and has the keys of abundance with them. Now, this could be talking about someone else outside of your field, but I do feel like there is some sort of slight imbalance within this Knight of Pentacles here that could just pop up for some of you. But I am seeing with the Eight of Wands here, something coming in very fast. This could be over social media for some of you. This could be communication. This could be something that just happens very fast. And I'm like, okay, what does this have to do with the Three of Cups? The Three of Cups has to deal with reunions, connection, connecting with others. And let me just gain some more clarity. So can you clarify this energy? Why is this Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, so future energy, why this Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Some of you may go through some sort of emotional loss or be working through some areas of your emotional body. And this could be in regards to a water sign, Knight of Cups in reverse. Take this past, present, future, but this is energy that you may be heading into. So can you clarify this Eight of Wands and Three of Cups energy? Okay, a lot just wanted to come out. Virgo energy, very present. Let me see here. You're working through some sort of releasing of the emotional body, but what is this Three of Cups and Eight of Wands? So there's some sort of release. This could be around the full moon time. You're deciding to pursue something with the Chariot, and you're releasing mental disdain, conflict, restlessness, and also with the Ace of Swords here, some sort of epiphany. Something's coming in, some sort of realization for you. And this could be involving a Cancer or someone who has Cancer placements. This could be you. And just see final outcome of the future energy. Group 3. Yeah, whatever is coming in for you could have to deal with the moon cycles, could have to deal with the Pisces. But whatever this is going to provide you with some important clarity with the Ace of Swords here. Some sort of epiphany and clarity of some sort. So expect something. But now I'm like, okay, what is this Ace of Swords about then? So whatever this is about could have been about overall an ending of some sort in your life or some sort of shift. And I just saw 2111. So there's something that either some of you are deciding to give up on or others of you are deciding to continue to persist. And with the Seven of Wands here, you are whatever this is incredibly protected and possibly healing for your solar plexus. We also have the energy of healthy defenses being up, healthy boundaries in a situation. So whatever this is very interesting. I do feel like for some of you, it's oriented around love, and others of you, this could just be something in regards to work. Now, in love, this is a very interesting message. So current energy, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords represents some sort of deception, moving with strategy, sneakiness, or betrayal of some sort. And this is clarified by the Tower and Strength. The Tower I know is associated with Scorpio, Cancer energy. It shifts, but I know like a lot of people associate it with Scorpio, Cancer energy. And Strength is Leo. So this could have to do with either of those placements. This could be you. But whatever this is, I saw 2244 and 2255. Whatever this is quite large. So there might have been some sort of crumbling of a paradigm in regards to your love life. Some sort of crumbling or reveal of some sort. And this may, for some of you, have really strengthened something, a bond, a connection. And for others of you, this revealed to you your own inner strength. And I asked for clarity. And we have the Nine of Coins, Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So some of you are dealing with someone who is incredibly... This could be you, the Queen of Swords, or this could be someone that you're dealing with. But someone who is incredibly powerful in terms of communication, or the mental body, very mentally powerful. And there's something here around independence or financial abundance and freedom. So there could have been some sort of commitment here that shifted into some sort of separation for some of you, or there is just a shift for some of you into a more focused area of developing abundance and personal life. But I am also seeing for some of you, though, you went through this tower and it really strengthened a bond. It really strengthened a bond of yours. And this is so interesting. So some of you are coming upon future energy and love, a choice, 7 of Cups. There's a choice that must be made. And with the Lovers in the reverse, I do feel like I'm not really feeling the energy of a breakup or separation. I feel like this is more so, this is Gemini energy. I'm feeling the energy of indecision about something. Imbalanced energy around something. And this is connected to your love life. So maybe some sort of decision that has to be made. But this is what freaked me out. So I'm like, okay, what is this talking about? Well, we have the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in regards to the heart opening, expansion, love, the Sun, Leo, passionate, fire. The Sun is a masculine force, very powerful, divine counterpart energy, positivity, bliss, excitement. And then we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. So there's some sort of choice here in either prioritization or a new beginning that's coming in around love. Let me just see what the advice is here real quick around this. What is the advice here for group 3 in regards to this situation? Don't wait. Okay, so some of you may deal with some form of, indecision around something. 2 of Swords, back and forth. The advice here is 4 of Cups in reverse. Do not hesitate to follow your intuition in your gut. Whatever this is, 6 of Cups, this is very nurturing, very positive for your inner child and its healing. This also is symbolic of a very important spirit baby or even past life energy. We have the 5 of Swords and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So there is possibly an energy of dealing with some sort of mental conflict or loss of the past or even the present. That is, this King of Pentacles is either you or this is involving a King of Pentacles energy. Could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Someone who was quite imbalanced or very slow moving. Wasn't super grounded, possibly in and out energy. This could be you imbalanced and currently working through some form of loss. And there's this opportunity that's coming in for you and you're just kind of like, and the divine is like, you should take this opportunity. And for others of you, you should allow this connection to deepen. If you're already in a connection. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So I did career, life purpose, spread, finances. Now a lot of you, in terms of career, life purpose, group 3, we have the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. This is the second time that we have had the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Wands come out for this group. You have this is current energy, fast movement coming in regards to your manifestations, in regards to your ships coming in, success, but fast movement. Now, this could be near future, but I'm seeing that this is very heavily current energy. It's giving me building and being incredibly successful at that. In whatever field or whatever you're doing for your creativity, your hobbies, your passion, life purpose, work, and even finances. So in regards to future energy, we have the Three of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. So some of you are going to be experiencing some sort of stress or loss of some sort, possibly feeling a little bit isolated or alone, maybe some sort of separation of some sort. I'm not seeing in regards to love or anything too large, but it could just be an energy of feeling slightly alone. Now, you're also going to be experiencing 10, the Wheel of Fortune, completion. So positive cycles of events, fate, serendipity, excitement, new opportunities coming in for you. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, abundance, completing cycles around finances, wealth. We have positive opportunities coming in. Like this is a very grounded building and success. Opportunities coming in for this group. But then we have Judgment in reverse with the Star. And this, I feel like, is guidance. Some of you may have an opportunity for either healing or a wish fulfillment that comes in for you. And you will be like, I'm not so sure. And the divine is like, no, because what this is that's coming in for you, whether this is an opportunity for a break or this is some sort of opportunity for wish fulfillment, something new that's coming in, a new opportunity, a shift, a promotion, a change in whatever, however it applies to your life. Be on the lookout, because it's something you're going to initially be like, no, but you should be like, yes, because this is the Star. This is Aquarius energy, and this is an incredibly awesome and powerful opportunity for you. So whatever, it looks like this group 3 is incredibly successful, or heading into a lot of success with your finances, with your ability to build, with your life, career, your purpose. It does look like some shaky energy in regards to love life and allowing yourself possibly to open up, or someone else to open up to you. And but outside of that, you guys literally are you've made me sweat this entire time. And I have this ring light because I'm filming at like 7 o'clock. So it would be really dim in my room if I didn't have this ring light, but it's showing all of my sweaty upper lip. That's always when I'm doing readings. My upper lip and my nose sweat terribly. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. So group 3, that was your higher self guidance reading. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if this resonated with you. Group 4, welcome to your intuitive messages section of this reading. Now, immediately before I pressed record, I was like, I need my selenite. You all need to be working with selenite or with cleansing crystals right now. It took me 2.5 days to finish your intuitive messages. And I felt like your energy may be slightly unfocused right now, or you may be having a hard time feeling super grounded, or there's a lot going on that's kind of taking your attention. So for group 4, a lot of you are very mystical. It's giving me, I think I wrote down Neptunian, Pisces. Pisces placements, Neptune placements, very important for this group. So you may not see yourself as mystical or having this fantastical type of element, but you very much do, and people see you this way. This is how your higher self kind of presents itself to me as well. I did receive the message that you will be connecting with your higher self on a greater scale in the coming months and years. There is currently quite a bit of dissonance between your upper and lower chakras. And the root of this, I believe, I haven't tapped into each of your fields, but it's within your heart specifically. So you may have had to endure specific things, or may just be going through a lot right now, a lot of releasing, and there's just this dissonance or slight imbalance. Your crown is incredibly, incredibly powerful. I was seeing for this group that you do connect with higher realms of energies when you are asleep, that a lot of you, your astral state or hitting the meditation level state can really bring about some very powerful abilities. But I do have a sense that some of you, not all of you, but some of you haven't really taken the time out to tap into these things. Now, I love this next message because this is one of the first times I've seen this, but I saw a huge connection to fairies, unicorns, and very beautiful, beautiful energy. Let me actually, it's similar to the colors on this deck. So I was like, okay. All right, group 4, like very iridescent energy. It reminds me of like the Barbie movies. And I'm not sure if this is a specific realm that you're connected to, or if this is just overall energy. So take that as it resonates. Group 4 solar plexus is incredibly connected with divine energy, with their higher selves, with the universe creator energy. So anytime you're tapping into this field, it's really important for, or even in prayer, manifestation, meditation, to head straight into your heart and solar plexus. And I had a similar message for group 1. So you may have felt drawn to group 1 as well. There may be some messages that are for you there. The numbers 666, 888, and 1, or 681, are very important to group 4. And I'm seeing here that many of you might see ones in between, like 818 or 811, 616, 611. Those numbers are either important for your soul blueprint, or they are numbers that are important for your journey right now or in the future. A lot of you may see your higher self, your guides, very much communicate via synchronicities. So you may see a lot of numbers. You may see really, like out of nowhere, a name somewhere on a billboard, or like be out somewhere and just be able to connect the dots. Your higher self is very much this database of energy that is able to flow in many different frequencies at the same time and pull on different areas of data and pull it all together to get the bigger picture. You are meant to right now very much open up and focus on your yin-based or feminine-based energies, so that you can push your yang or your masculine energy further, the doing. So it's time for you to sit back and receive the yin vision. What's next? What's happening next? What do you need to do next? So that your yang can build on that. Many of you have connections to children, the bee totem trees specifically, and I was also seeing a panther. I also got the message that it's important for you to sing your song or share your voice. That was a very consistent message. There's something very important about your voice for humanity or for the earth plane to experience, connected directly with your higher self. This group's higher self and blueprint, or even this incarnation, is represented by the number 555, which to me represents kind of like the tower in tarot. The shift of a paradigm, the crumbling of something, a change, transition. That is what you represent, what your higher self represents. Something different that is needed at this time. I also did receive the message that this group is specifically meant to travel or move. This is specific for some of you. I was seeing a plane, so this does look like either going somewhere abroad or traveling somewhere, moving somewhere. This is very important to your soul journey. So Those are your intuitive messages, group 4. We are now going to move into your higher self guidance reading. Group 4, welcome to your card reading portion of this higher self guidance reading. So this reading so far has been incredibly interesting, and I'm going to start off with your representation of your higher self through my decks. So your higher self is represented by deep cellular healing. 33 on the clock, Christ consciousness energy. A lot of you are directly connected with the higher realms, the angelic spheres. You possibly could connect with the term earth angel. You could have etheric wings as well. But many of you are very much connected with the process of healing. You could want to research Arcturus and may have roots or origin points in the Arcturus energy field. So you might want to look that up. But a lot of you are, your higher self emanates healing energy and divine healing powers. And many of you are connected with winged beings. So not only just the archangels, but like I mentioned, I think before, unicorns, fairies. We have just a very divine presence energy. And a lot of you have been forced in this physical incarnation to heal yourselves, not only to show yourselves just how healing you are, but also so that you can discover ways in which humanity can better heal themselves. Now, you are also represented by lost lands here. So a lot of you are you've had past incarnations in Atlantis, Lemuria, ancient Kemet, Incan, Mayan, Aztec cultures, very high level civilizations on the earth plane before the descent of vibrational energies. And your higher self very much holds this cosmic earth plane wisdom, the combination of the two. You have done this many times before, and there's a lot of, you may get hit with, and this could also just be from your childhood even, but visions of other worlds, or being very attracted to fantasy lands or books, movies where there's an element of fantasy or creatures that are different than the earth plane, because I feel like a lot of you have lived many incarnations in other realms of energy. Now, your higher self is also represented by a new earth. So a lot of you, your higher selves are oriented from the future. So time travelers in a sense. But your higher selves very much carry the keys and the codes of where humanity is heading. And I feel like the root of this is within this group's heart space specifically. Now, many of you are represented by justice. And I want you to look at the picture on the card, this duality of energy, light and shadow, or the eyes closed and the eyes open, the scales balancing out. A lot of you are very connected with the upper world and the lower world, and you bring this divine balance and exposing to not only certain systems within society possibly, but just wherever it is that you walk, whoever it is you speak to, you represent karma or karmic justice. So that could be very positive for some people and have kind of a possible negative effect on other people. This is Libra energy, and your higher self represents this very just energy and wanting to bring balance back to the scales, equity, equality, all of that. So you may find that you're very justice oriented or very much about balance. And this is all because your higher self, or a layer of your higher self, is very much oriented around bringing balanced justice. Now we do have the Emperor here as well, Aries energy. So a lot of you are incredibly connected to the energy of Mars, but I am also seeing this ability to build, this leader quality within you that is incredibly highlighted in this incarnation at some point, whether you already embody this or you are supposed to embody this. Now, my solar plexus has been off the ante since I started doing this reading for group 4. So you may be working through your stomach solar plexus area. There could be a massive purging that's happening or that just happened, but I'm feeling a little bit like there's a lot of intense energies. Now, you have the keys to build an empire in this incarnation, and your higher self is very much the embodiment of the soft, angelic, mystical energy in combination with this fire. This polarity, which again goes back to this justice, two-sided energy. Now, this card wanted to come out with the higher self, but not at the same time. So I put it off to the side, but this is the golden children. Okay, I promise you, I know what this card is connected with, but I did not make the connection point. I was just talking about the solar plexus. This card is all about the inner child, the solar plexus heart space. So a lot of you have a very special inner child, or you have spirit babies on the other side, or children in this life that are incredibly special. Now, this card often talks about a purity or an innocence of energy either coming back into your life or that the divine is asking to enter back into your life, because it's very important for you due to the fact that many of you have very strong abilities within your solar plexus, specifically. Your sun, your solar plexus, your inner child energy. So we have that. Now, in terms of guidance, we have Jump In 555 that wanted to come out. This is also Andromeda energy, which I personally associate or connect with layers of the angelic realm. So that could be confirmation or something that some of you should look into. But a lot of you are multidimensional. So you have higher selves in multiple different layers or parallel realms of existence in the cosmos and above the cosmic energies. Now, with Jump In, this always talks about some sort of opportunity or change, adventure. So I was like, what does this have to do with? The 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands in reverse. So whatever this has to deal with is some sort of shift in work. This could have to do with an opportunity in work or something, some skill that the divine wants you to be working on after either a period of time of not being seen or underappreciated, not being recognized. But for some of you, this has to do with a fear of not being seen or appreciated for whatever this is. So there could be something blocking you from jumping into something because it's due to the 6 of Wands in reverse, not being seen or appreciated, or something possibly failing in the past or worrying about failure. Now, we also have Trust the Timing here. I love this card so much because we see the progression of walking forth into this beautiful waterland of low waters, but also like nature, and it's always so peaceful. And so I'm like, okay, trust the timing. It says, trust the wave you came in on, time is not running out. So I asked, what does this have to do with? The Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the World. So there's some sort of energy of completion coming in for this group, specifically in regards to possibly lessons. This is lessons around the divine or spiritual based lessons. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this could be you or someone in your field. But there's some sort of completion coming in, and the divine is like, trust this process. Something is almost done for this group. So the Page of Pentacles is a student or someone who is diving into something new, could have earth placements. And the Hierophant here is Taurus energy. But whatever this is, I am picking up that this could be an individual that's not listening to guidance, or who could be causing some sort of strife. And then for others of you, this is you feeling a lack of an intimate connection with the divine and just kind of feeling imbalanced. The divine is like, you know, hold on, things are balancing out. Now, we do have surrender stress for this group. And this one says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. And we also have surrender to passion, sacral chakra energy. This is the energy of taking your emotions, your feelings, and even your sensuality, your expression, and allowing in either some sort of movement or creative expression, pure expression of whatever is working within you, 1111. So there's something here that's either really creative or something that you should be doing, something that makes you feel lit up with fire on the inside. And this could also be just diving into some form of yoga or movement or anything with the body. But I also feel like some of you have been like really, I mean, we have surrender stress here. So there's a lot of mental body, emotional body activity, and there needs to be some sort of release here. We also have surrender negative thinking. This card usually comes out when individuals are going through a testing zone or a testing period, when there could be what we would coin negative things happening, and the divine is like, test, you know, let's test so and so to see, you know, where their process is at, or, you know, their thinking, their balance. I do see like many of you have a very powerful energy, but your mind can be your biggest enemy for this group specifically. And it says you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Now, this is where we get into some of the interesting stuff. So in regards to your current energy, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Magician. So a lot of you are currently, the Magician is you, I feel. And a lot of you are currently manifesting or building with the divine, calling in certain energies, extremely powerful, but you could be dealing with some sort of financial stress, financial loss, or just feeling lack mentality in general, like lack or loss, but specifically lack. And that goes back to the negative thinking and the stress. Now, what energy you're heading into is the Hanged Man in reverse. This is Pisces energy. This is stubbornness. So some of you are being asked to change your perspective, and you're having a hard time doing that in the future. And this is in regards to temperance, patience, and balance. The divine yin and yang within coming into union with self. And for some of you, this could mean someone else. But I'm really picking up this has to do with yourself and shifting your perspective around what you possibly need to balance yourself, or how you can make things more balanced in your life. And this could, you know, also have to deal with patience. This is Sagittarius energy. Now, for more clarity, we have a decision or an energy around two possible pathways or mental energies coming up. Like which one? Two of Swords, going back and forth about something. Whatever this is has to do with 2 6s. So the number 6 could be connected with this energy. The Lovers, Gemini energy, balance. We have the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. So there's some sort of victory here that's wanting to come in for this group. Success, achievement, being seen, recognized, and possibly movement forward from one mindset to another, shifting. And this could even be vacation, travel. You could have to make a decision between possibly resting, Six of Swords, moving from one place to another, or pursuing some sort of victory. But let me just see, what is this Two of Swords, Six of Wands, Six of Swords have to... Yeah, there's indecision. It's not giving me much more clarity than this. So some of you have two routes that are going to be coming in for you. And others of you are needing to surrender and change your perspective around something in regards to balance. And you're not going to feel super clear around direction in the future. And this could be as simple as priorities, or it could be, you know, an actual pretty intense decision that has to be made in regards to your personal and, you know, career life, even love life. In regards to love for group 4, we have the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of you are the Queen of Pentacles, but if not, you could be dealing with a Queen of Pentacles. Someone is incredibly overburdened, and I really don't feel like love right now for some of you is a priority or something that is very active, although it could be. For some of you, you're dealing with a phase of being overburdened within a love situation. But there is the Ace of Wands here, so some sort of new clearing of energy. We do have a new spark possibly coming in, or I mean, this is current energy. So this could even be clarity or a new idea about something, a new energy of passion or fire. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of you are currently not really in a love situation, but I also feel like some of you are. So take this as it resonates. You could be the Queen of Pentacles here, very much grounded, sitting on your throne, very beautiful in nature and motherly type of parental energy, or this could be talking about someone else in your field. There is a lot of Sagittarius fire energy as well as earth energy for this group placement specifically. So take that as it resonates. Love readings for a collective in terms of my general guidance can be a little bit fuzzy, but we do have your future energy here, which is the Ten of Pentacles and the Star. So we have Aquarius energy on the chart, and Ten of Pentacles can mean marriage. It's a long-term investment, and the Star is healing, but it's also it can mean wish fulfillment for many of you as well. So something that is a wish fulfillment coming in that is also incredibly healing for some of you. That is something that you will, Ten of Coins, invest in long term. This is like family love, developing a deep bond with someone or furthering a commitment if some of you are in existing relationships. Now, for others of you, if you're single, this could be some sort of opportunity coming in regards to an investment or starting something new with someone. That could be an Aquarius energy. We also have Capricorn as well, and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius on the chart. So this could just be meeting someone long-term in the future. I never know when future is, so you know, it really depends. It could be tomorrow, a week from now, a month, 2 months. But we also have the Devil here. Hello. What is the Devil doing? Future energy. Well, let's see. The Devil is here because this Page of Wands is here with this Five of Wands to describe the Devil. So a lot of you, I think this is talking about you needing to battle the Devil. And this could be fear, ego, doubt, hesitation. This could even be temptation for some of you. For some of you, this could be a situation coming up from the past or with someone who might not be super good for you and you're being tempted. Take this as it resonates. But I am seeing for most of you, you are going to be your own worst enemy in regards to future love. So the Five of Wands with the Princess of Wands in reverse. A lot of you are this Princess of Wands, this Page of Wands, but you could also have someone in your field who is this Page of Wands. Now, whatever this is could potentially cause some sort of imbalance. If there is love that does come in for you, if you're single and you like battling yourself, you have a choice. Do you allow yourself to open up? Do you somehow surrender? Some of you may be put in a situation where you have someone come in that wouldn't be what you expect, or you could just battle yourself in terms of your schedule. Like, I don't have time to allow someone in. And for others of you, you're getting rid of this devil energy in your life in the future. And there could be some sort of intense healing coming in, not really focused on love too much. And others of you, there's a beautiful investment. But with Temperance and the Six of Swords coming out again, it does look like you are going to be moving forward towards a different mindset, a shift in consciousness even, possibly movement, travel, and this energy of balance. Could also be moving towards a Sagittarius energy, or just patience in general. Group 4, your career, life purpose, finances, general message. Current energy is Knight of Wands, Page of Swords, Eight of Swords, and Four of Swords in reverse. So very interesting energy. We have this energy of possible restlessness, a lot of thinking, a lot of mental body energy, possibly feeling trapped in your thoughts about something. And this Page of Swords could be you or someone else. This is a student potentially, or someone learning a new skill around communications, media, arts, and diving into something new, a new skill. Could be a new layer of work even, and diving into something new that might be causing you some sort of restlessness or anxiety. Or this could be talking about someone in your field, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, or just heavily mental body energy. Now, I do feel like a lot of you are this Knight of Wands here. Very passionate, very much pursuing what it is that makes you feel the fire within your chest, or very much interested in embodying that energy. Now, in the future, this card is hilarious. We have the Two of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. So Pisces energy. A lot of you are going to be really confused and going back and forth around something big. And this has to do with the Lovers here. So this could have to deal with a partnership. This could have to deal with some sort of decision that has to be made. And this keeps coming up for this group. So some sort of decision has to be made. And this could be in regards to the Chariot in reverse and the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups here is about emotional-based relationships, partnerships, work partnerships, work in your relationship with work. So partnerships and work with people. The Chariot in reverse is imbalances. Let me just see here. I want some more information about this, because I feel like this is overall energy. Whatever this is showed up in your future energy with your current energy. And even it seems like there's a lot of decisions or going back and forth in love, in your personal life, in your work life. So let me just see. What is this? There's some sort of new beginning that you can feel coming in, but also at the same time, you might feel as if your manifestations are not coming in fast enough, or your desires aren't coming in fast enough. A lot of you really, 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 really have to go within. Please go within. Find some time to go within and spend time with the divine, because you have big decisions coming up. We have the Hermit and the Sun, Leo and Virgo energy. These two cards have been showing up in my readings like nuts. And whatever this is, we have the Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles in reverse again. You are hesitating to change, to shift your perspective around something. And this is showing up multiple times in your reading. there's a need for you to really surrender to some changes, because you have this Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. The divine is trying to shift your trajectory, and I feel like a lot of you are kind of like not wanting to see it or shift along with it. So I apologize if I'm coming off very intensely, but I feel the importance of letting this group know that you have changes coming in, and you will be the deciding factor of how fast these things come in for you and how slow they make their way in. But regardless, there has to be changes within your personal life and being, your balance with self, and your ability to discern. Because a lot of you are givers, a lot of you are healers, and now is not the time to be giving, or doing. You might be forced into imbalances at this time by the universe, and you're like, what the heck? And the universe is like, because we need you to shift. So a lot of you are very stubborn, which can be a positive quality, but right now it's not about stubbornness, it's about moldability. And my left ear is ringing, and it's 2733 on my clock, and I'm sweating. So group 4, that is your reading. I love you so much, and I appreciate you for tapping in. Let me know if group 4 was you, and if you're interested in more of my readings, as well as my Reiki sound baths and meditations. I have a lot more coming out for the collective soon. I have a lot of sound baths, and feel free to follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Not gonna lie, I like repeat this over and over again in different ways with each of the groups. This group, you're my last group. I'm feeling really chill right now. If you vibe with my energy, feel free to click the link in my bio, not my bio because it's YouTube, in the description, to connect with my different pages, to book a session, to tap into some Reiki healing energies. And yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tapping in. You are absolutely amazing.